content which may not be suitable for a younger audience. Your discretion is kind of designed, but probably not necessary. It can also contain spoilers for any adult anime and manga, so always check that spoiler description below for the relevant spoiler warning.
Message deleted.
Damn it, I hit the wrong note. Damn it. I don't friggin' know how to play this thing, man. Welcome to the show.
Is that staying in there?
Yeah, that's the intro.
Fuck it. Hey!
Oh.
In case you haven't noticed, Manimal has got a new instrument to his ever-growing catalogue.
I'm debuting my $6 thrift store keyboard. Wait, I can play the Dongo song. And there's more, but I don't always remember how to... I don't know.
That was beautiful. It sounds like money well spent, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Whole $6 worth. You can tell by the sound quality. Even better, it's a new soundboard.
Yeah, I got a soundboard. Anytime, I feel like adding some sounds. I can also play some ghetto beats.
Can this episode just be keyboard, like random keyboard and sound effects?
Hey,
like
I got 12 tones on this thing. Check this out. This is the saxophone.
That does not sound like a saxophone. Oh, there you go. That's saxing it up.
This is the guitar.
Let's move on with the show.
Wait, I'll play the trumpet.
That sounds fucking horrible.
Wait, I was playing. This is from Sonic. This is Sky Chase Zone.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it. I was just randomly figured that out. But yeah, anyways.
So anyway.
That's my keyboard.
There we go. Rolling in the third seat tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Manga Radius Community Happy Hour, episode 44. My name is Simon, better known as Vacant, and joining me tonight is, of course, the aforementioned Manimal.
What's up? It's the Manimal here, ready to jam and things of that nature.
What would you call it? Playing a piano, ready to jam, and I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Ready to jam, and
I guess would you just call it jamming on the piano?
Yeah, I don't know. You couldn't really. You can call it slamming on the piano if you want to play some.
Slam down some piano chords.
That's like Hawaiian.
That's terrible. That sounds like killing something. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's slam down some rhythm. That's the most Jamaican phrase I've ever said. Slam down some rhythm. I'm not Jamaican, unfortunately. Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually born and bred in England. Manimal, how have you been, good sir? How's your week been?
Pretty much the same as usual. I don't have anything exciting to report on, except for the shows that wrapped up this week. But you can talk about your week first, and we can get into that.
Sure thing. Well, I've not been too bad. My week, as people are probably aware, we can't really get away with doing a show this week without mentioning it. Something pretty big happened in the UK this week, and that was the EU referendum vote, whether to remain in or leave the EU. I don't really want to get into it. I'm not an expert on it by all means, and I don't really want to offer an opinion on it because that's going to really, it's basically not something. It's neither here or there. It's not something for the show. But basically, in a nutshell, for those who weren't aware or if you weren't paying attention to what it was essentially a vote for whether the UK would stay in the EU or if it would leave. Ultimately, the Leave campaign won. I believe it ended at 52 to 48% in favour of the Leave campaign. Now, it raised a lot of questions. Scotland said that they were going to remain. However, as the United Kingdom, we're leaving, so they're not very happy. Sherbert's not very happy. A lot of anger, a lot of tensions going along. All I will say is, guys, rather than, because I've seen a lot of people just redirecting hate at each other and just, you're racist if you were saying you were leaving, you were an elitist who doesn't know or not thinking of the common man if you voted for Remain. All I'll say is the best thing that can happen is for everyone to just, rather than pointing fingers and saying what's gone wrong, look at what the issues were, why people voted to Remain, why people voted to leave, and to just stick together, basically, work those out together, because that's the only way that we're going to get through something like this and to make it a better country and to move on. So that's all I'll say about that. That's not, like I say, fuck that. Let's move on, because we're the Manga and Anime Happy Hour. Oh, quick news. This is an update for ourselves and the channel as opposed to news in the manga and anime world. I've not really much been going on this week, to be honest. It's a slow week. However, me and Lego Maestro of the Manga Raiders Happy Hour fame, we've started a new mini-series.
Oh my.
Called Podkai. And it's just a mini-series discussing Bleach, and it's going to be a weekly thing that comes out normally on the same day as Bleach is released in the West, just so once it's translated, we can read it, and we're just going to basically break down the chapter, make predictions, and just talk about it a little bit, just almost like a recap on the latest Bleach chapter. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check out the channel. Stay tuned. We'll be posting them probably Thursday or Friday. Normally, it'll probably be Fridays, because, we'll see how it goes. But it's just a short, quick show that we're doing. Picked a really weird time to start it when the manga's nearly ended, and also the chapter we started on was called The End. Like, it was literally, the title of it was called The End, so I had to type out, at first I was gonna call it Podkai Bleach The End, but then I thought I need to include the chapter number because that sounds quite misleading. Like, people are gonna click and go, what the fuck, Bleach has ended? Shit. But like, I thought I'd change the title because I hate clickbaity titles. I cannot stand clickbait.
I know.
Oh,
the worst is when the titles are in all caps. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah. You won't believe. Like, I hate on Facebook. It's become a trend that everyone shares.
Oh, I know. Like the open questions. Like, you'll never believe that this person did this. You'll never believe who's in jail today.
I hate that shit. It's like, this man never trusted dogs. What happens next when he meets this Labrador will blow your mind. It's like, no, he'll probably just make friends with it. That's all that ever happens. It's like, this baby has never done this, and then this happens, and you'll change your life. It won't change my life. I'm watching a little video. Like, it's not going to change shit for me.
Are you sure about that?
No, I've refused. Like, the one that really pissed me off with this, and this is like the first thing that I had of clickbait, was when I'm a football fan, and I was looking at team news for Arsenal, my team, and it was like a picture of 3 guys in training, like 3 of them, and it was like, you won't believe which star is leaving, and it had pictures of Ozil and Sanchez, and for those who don't know, they are the 2 biggest stars of Arsenal. And when I clicked on it, way in the background of the picture, literally just like half his face, way in the background is in view on this photo, is Carl Jenkinson, who's a very young and up-and-comer, but by no means a star in the team. And the article was about him, and it was such a misleading photograph and title.
Well, if he was in the picture, it's all right, though.
I call bullshit on that. It's like if we called this podcast, like, episode 44, you won't... this will change your views of manga forever. And then, like... It could. Shit, that's going to be the title now. Okay. That's it. We're going in. Episode 48. You won't believe their views on manga. Click here to learn more. And it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, oh god, I just hate clickbait. Fuck clickbait.
I know.
Manga and anime. What have we been watching? What have we been reading? What have we been writing or drawing?
Okay, well, again, the spring season is wrapping up, so like
it is.
6 shows ended this weekend. First was Space Patrol Luluco, which is fantastic. That is just trigger madness, just fully unleashed and crazy. That's really great stuff. And it ties together all the worlds of like Infernal Cop and Kill la Kill and everything.
Really? So it's
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't.
There's an
know that.
Infernal Cop episode, and then there's like a Kill la Kill one and everything. So it opens up like some kind of trigger verse.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't
No.
see. I've not touched Luluco at all. I didn't watch it at all, but I knew it was a trigger show, and it's one that I kind of think I might check out in the later months. But
It's 7 minutes an episode, and it's just insane.
I guess I've got no
It's
excuse.
really
then.
fun stuff.
Oh, I didn't realize it was all tied together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's like Little Witch Academia in there too.
Oh my god, the Triggerverse.
pretty neat.
Is the Triggerverse real? Does that mean everything?
Yeah, it is now.
Oh my god, Kisniver happened next door to
Oh yeah,
to Kill la Kill.
yeah, and then Kids and Ivor, that wrapped up, and it wasn't too bad. The last episode was pretty rushed, and it didn't feel like it totally paid off. Like the final confrontation was pretty underwhelming, but it was better than I thought it would be. There's at least that,
Yeah.
and like there was a good emotional payoff in like episode 9 and everything, and it was okay in the end. Like again, the art and everything's fantastic in that show.
Yeah.
The story's not too bad. It's definitely worth at least checking out a little bit of it. And then High School Fleet, fantastic show. That's about it's this all girls Marine school, and then they go on like a battleship and engage in naval warfare. And it's like full blown. Like the ship battles are actually really awesome in this show. Like it was such a surprise that it was that good. It's such a fun show because it's not too serious, but it's also not like supremely goofy either. So it manages to balance those two things really nicely.
I was going to say that's a
For once.
really difficult balance to get, but
Yeah, and it does it somehow. It was a really fun show.
oh.
Then Tanaka-kun is always listless. That show, it's about the most boring man on earth. And the whole joke is that he just wants to be lazy and sleep all the time.
Is it?
And it's a full-length show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know, a freaking keyboard. But it works. It wasn't too bad. Flying Witch is the best show of the season, I think. It wrapped up
Really?
spectacular.
So
I loved it.
number one.
It's solid 8 out of 10. Definitely.
Fair enough. Would you say it was better than what was the one in the spring season? What was the? Oh no, not spring season. Sorry, what was the one in the winter season that you'd watched?
Konosuba?
Was it Konosuba? I think that was the one that was similar.
Oh, you're talking about Dagashi Kashi?
What was the one that was similar that you were watching to Flying Witch? The one that you replaced with Flying Witch? Oh yeah, it was Konosuba. Yeah, it was.
No, the one, a Manchu next season is going to replace Flying Witch. I think
sorry.
that's what you're thinking about.
There was one that you had... Oh, never mind. Ignore me then. Yeah, I'm getting confused. I thought there was one that you were like... When we did the spring season, it was that one was replacing... Flying Witch was replacing something.
Well, I think maybe it was replacing Dagashi Kashi as my Tim's show, but there wasn't one of those this season.
I don't know.
So that's what you're thinking of. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. And Sancho Sanyo, also really good. Quite surprising, actually. It just looks like a generic cute girl show because there's no gimmick or anything special about it. It's literally just things are happening in their daily lives, but it's animated super well, and it was pretty fun.
Well, that's the thing. Not loads has to be happening. If it's done well and the dialogue and the characters are really well, I like that.
Yeah, because that's exactly what the show is. It's about the characters, and the characters, they look cliched, but they're actually quite unique for what they are. They're not just like, because if you look at them, you look at like the brown-haired girl who looks like Yui. So she just looks like she's going to be this big moron because she eats all the time, but there's more to her than that.
Cool.
And it was a good show. I liked it a lot. And yeah, those are the ones that finished this weekend. And yeah, I don't know. It's a good season. There's a lot of good shows going on and all that stuff. And then we still got Sakamoto. That ends on Saturday.
Cabaneri ends on Friday.
Cabaneri, I haven't even watched the last episodes. Yeah. I don't know. The hype train kind of left the station. You know?
Oh, that's a terrible attempt at a pun. I don't know if it was or not.
I know.
I enjoyed it.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, I'm gonna make a great pun for this one, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get back onto it. I'm just really not motivated to watch the next episode.
Yeah, I know
Have
what
you
you mean.
kept up with it?
Yeah, I'm up to date with it. I'd say it's definitely worth finishing. Pretty straightforward, the story is, in terms of what's happened. But still looking forward to it to wrap up. It's a really strong show, I thought, for the 12 episodes.
Again, art-wise, wow. Wow, it's a really good production for sure.
Oh god, yeah. The fluidity of the fight scenes as well.
Fight scenes are so intense.
The
They're
section
so good.
on top of the train was just brilliant. I really
That was
loved that.
insane. That was the best part of the show, actually. That fight on the train.
Yeah.
Was amazing.
To be honest, that's probably out of the fighting. That's probably my favorite one still. That one, and
it's the director that makes it work because he's, he's the guy that did Death Note and Attack on Titan, and like he's really good at this kind of show.
He knows his cinema. He knows his like cinematography and like a screen, like just the angles of stuff, and yeah, it is a gorgeous show. Like I absolutely love it. To be honest, it's the only one that I'm up to date with. I still need to
finish The Lost Village.
No, I didn't. I still need to go back and watch, I think, 2 episodes of Boku no Hero Academia.
That ended today, I think.
Yeah, I've read
today being Sunday, by the way. That's when this is recorded.
Today is Sunday. We've recorded early today. I think there's 2 episodes. I've read ahead on the manga anyway, and I have heard that there's season 2's already been confirmed from the sounds of it. From what I've heard,
away.
So yeah, like it looks like it's going to continue. So there's plenty of time to get caught up for that. Bungo Stray Dogs as well sounds like it's having a second series. That was one that, that Sherbet was very excited about. So that's coming.
All these second seasons. Where's Flying Witch 2?
Hey, it could be confirmed.
I'm already calling for it.
You don't know.
You never know.
JoJo, I still. Like, I'm not up to part 4, so I need to catch up really bad. But I'll probably do that. Actually, no. I was going to say I'll do that in the next month or so. But the summer season's coming, and me and Noisy and yourself are going to tackle the first impression reviews. So I think
you guys are going to join me for that one?
Pretty busy with that.
Which is pretty weird to say because you guys started it, and here I am like, oh, you want to join me, huh?
Yeah, we did it like once. Oh, no, tell a lie. We did it twice. After that, we just stopped doing it. So... really interested in that now. That should be fun. There's a lot of things that I need to check out. Summer season. Then I thought for July I'd do something interesting. Did you see that thread I posted? Yeah, I saw it. Why don't you explain it for the benefit of the listeners? You explain the.
I thought for July I'd do something interesting and find all these just weird. And you can call it list padding on Anime List. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
But no, the whole point is just to find weird and interesting different things. So I think for July, every week, I'm going to try to have like a themed week and do reviews of stuff. So like the first week will be like weird music videos, like animated music videos. Because I found out like if you go on Anime List, you can put like John Lennon and Elvis on your favorites list. Because they're on the database because there's music videos of them that some guy made. I don't remember his name.
Really?
So, yeah. And they're like these really bizarro, surreal videos. I think it's for John, it's the song "Oh Yoko," which is a good one. I don't know what it is for Elvis, but yeah, first week I'm gonna try to do music videos. The second one, I'm gonna go to 1996 and see like the premieres that year. Just see like all kinds of different weird stuff that nobody knows about from that year.
Do you know what? I like that idea because oh shit! I've just googled 2006. That was a good year. 2006 was an awesome year. 1996 was, I believe, off the top of my head, the year Dragon Ball Z ended.
It's the year that GT began.
Yeah. Ugh.
I haven't seen anything from 96 except for You're Under Arrest.
Well, so I know. I know what we're going to be watching, some GT marathons.
Oh, no. The whole point is just to watch, like, an episode. Like, just the first episode and see, like, just weird, obscure stuff. Not, like,
Didn't Detective Conan...
popular things, just the weirdos.
Didn't Detective
It was still
Conan...
airing at that... Well, it's been airing forever. So.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Didn't it start in 96, I think? We'll find out anyway. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, and then for week 3, I'm gonna find some OVAs, just really weird those weird one episode ones that you're like, how does this exist?
Yeah,
that's the whole point, is to find weird stuff. And then the last week, just short series, like 2 to 3
minutes,
12 episode ones.
Okay, and
just burn through like one a day or whatever. So again, the whole goal with this is just something weird and fun to do. It's kind of list padding. I mean, that stuff doesn't matter, but it's just something fun to just watch some bizarro stuff and post reviews about it.
No, that's cool, because I
that's
like
what
that.
That's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see what happens.
I like exploring things.
Because I definitely, that's something, there's so much to watch, so much weird stuff that, you'll never find unless you dig really deep.
Exactly, things you've never heard about. That's really cool. I like that idea that you'd be looking at things that are just buried and probably should stay buried, but
yeah, maybe some normal things, but mostly weirdo stuff. That's the whole point here. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be fun.
That should be some good stuff. I can see us unearthing some cool stuff from there, definitely.
So if anyone from the forum is listening in, you can join me. I think it's going to start next Sunday. So you can look at my Jamming July Anime Challenge thread and see what's up.
And hey, if you're listening and you're not a member of the forum, if you want to tweet your results or anything to us, by all means, be our guest. If you want to post on a Facebook page, definitely can as well. Or join the forum. Why not? It's not hard.
If you're out here listening to this and you're not on the forum, that's pretty amazing.
There's plenty. We do get a fair few listeners who are not from the forum. I don't know if you're aware.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, did you never know?
No. So hello to you people.
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying the show.
Because I don't post several of the links that I don't there's only I only post Podbean and YouTube onto the forum as well as iTunes. But we're on SoundCloud, we're on Stitcher, we're on Player FM, we're on as well. There's plenty of places that we are that we get hits on, that I get notifications and stuff from, that we get hits from, and they definitely haven't found us through the forum, so
that's interesting.
That's good. We're going places. Hello to
We're
everyone.
Reaching all corners of the world.
We're uniting all corners of the world. Well, we are a global podcast, considering.
Speaking of uniting things from the world, you know what else ended today?
What ended today?
Panda Peace.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's be real here. The show is not terrible. I think everyone has the wrong idea, because there's nothing about this show that's interesting, right? The characters...
The show's not bad, but nothing about it is interesting.
The characters are just as doughy as the bread. It's literally about people who become friends over bread. That's the whole point. And they're like, we can spread world peace through bread, and they eat different kinds of bread. Bread is my favorite food of all time. For real. So I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And I mean, it's not good, but it's a solid 5 out of 10, I think. Because there's nothing to it at all. Because, with shorts, you can have memorable characters, TQ, and stuff like that in a short series. But this show just wasn't trying to do that. It was like, here are cute girls and here's bread. Enjoy. And the art looked good. And I don't know, it was just whatever, kind of. All the shorts this season are kind of whatever, except for Luluco. They're all just eh.
Yeah, there's
nothing as good as the Fart Cloud one that's coming up.
Well, of course not. I mean, how can you get better than a Norigoro?
You can't.
Exactly. You just can't. That's the answer.
I'm
so looking forward to that one. I'm shotgunning that one as well. I'm tax reviewing that. In fact, we should all just do a review on it, because it's only going to be 5 minutes long. Screw it.
You got to watch the whole thing. You got to watch every episode.
Dude, I can spare 5 minutes each week to watch it, sure.
Do a week-by-week review.
Okay, what I'll say, I'll do it on the podcast as well. I will do a week-by-week check-in.
Okay,
with,
no, I'm not even joking. Let's actually do that.
It's a new... Oh, shit, so we'll just do a new item, which is a Norigaru this week. That's absolutely going to happen.
A mini-sode?
Oh, my God. Just a whole mini-sode. No, it's just a new item.
And it's going to be as long as the show. It'll be like, this week was weird.
Yeah, this week was pretty odd.
We should
Okay,
actually-
thanks for tuning in. That would be brilliant. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that's wrapping up on the spring season. Is there anything else that's wrapping up?
Assassination Classroom 2.
Still not watched it.
Still
not watched season 2.
It's good. I like it. It's a fun show. I mean, if you start questioning it, then yeah, it's pretty dumb. But
Yeah, but it's one of those that you hold your suspension of disbelief is key to a lot of these when you start thinking about it. But I mean, I enjoyed the manga. The manga's really good, and I did enjoy how they'd animated season 1. So I've got every faith. Like I've not been avoiding it because I don't think it's going to be good. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been a bit lazy this season.
The
and honestly,
fight scene between Nagisa and Karma was pretty awesome. Actually, they animated it super well. They got like all their best key animators on that one.
really.
Yeah. And then the next episode was like this filler thing that didn't have it had barely any movement.
I've got that far in it.
Yeah, this is a complete adaptation. Season 2 is the end. Next week it ends.
Wow. I was going to say, Nagisa and Karma's quite high, quite. I think it was 150 odd chapters. I think off the top of my head,
it's a complete adaptation, complete 50 episode thing.
Wow, I suppose if I include
it's
the last
great
season.
that it's getting a full adaptation. You don't really see that too often now, you know.
Unfortunately, not, or at least you're waiting for a long time.
Yeah, but I guess it's popular enough to get a second season and everything.
Attack on Titan. Speaking of which,
when's that ever gonna happen?
that was supposed to be this season.
Well, I guess they were like, "Oh, Cabaneri, this will be better."
It was supposed to be summer season. It was summer 2016 that they confirmed
really? Yeah.
it. I guess it's not, unless has it been pushed back to
Probably next year. Actually, I'm gonna bet it's not gonna come out this fall. That's too soon.
I haven't heard anything about it, so I would have thought it would be. I honestly thought it would be about any news about it, but yeah, I swear they said summer 2016, but
apparently not. Yeah,
I
we
guess
never
not.
find out what's in the basement. Again, it's probably something stupid.
Wait. What? Right, basically there's some speculation according to morningledger.com, which I've never heard of before. Good news is a tentative release date. The studio moved the release date of Shingeki no Kyojin from the summer of 2016 to January 2017.
Oh, so next winter.
Yeah. I guess I'll take that as long as it's going. However, there is speculation that they cancelled it in favour of Cabaneri, the Iron Fortress.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, that'd be a weird jump if they were like, right, we've got this cash cow. I suppose
we've got
that's
literally the most popular series of the last couple of years.
Yeah, I kind of guess that Shingeki no Kyojin is an adaptation of manga, whereas Cabaneri is their original own work. So maybe they feel like they want to work on their own piece more
That makes
or
sense.
something. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Winter 2017. I guess we'll cover that in 6 months then. Doesn't that sound crazy? We'll be covering... That's 6 months away. We'll be covering the winter season. We'll be doing a preview for it in 6 months' time. That's crazy to me. God damn it, this year's going so
The last winter season just started, didn't it?
Yeah.
What the hell? And now we're at the end of the spring season?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
Crazy. Holy shit, we'll be doing a lot there. But it's summer. We've got to enjoy the summer.
Yes,
Speaking of summer, let's move on.
The sun is out. The sky is blue. It's
Is it?
beautiful. Actually, no, it's freaking windy right now. It's gray. Super foggy this morning. Absolutely terrible today.
Do you know what? We've had that all this week. I've had this whole weekend off, which is glorious. A weekend off is very rare. I've had the weekend off, and I was like, perfect. It's going to be, I've bought a brand new big-ass barbecue. I was ready. I was like, we're going to have the best barbecue ever.
Yeah.
Raining, storming, thunder,
Isn't
everything.
it always like that over there, though?
We have the odd week of
I
sunshine.
thought that was like the stereotypical thing. Like, it always rains over there. Right?
Not even rain. It's like just
depressing.
Grey. Yeah, like normally the skies are just grey. It's like,
Yeah.
doesn't even muster up rain, because at least that's kind of interesting when it rains a lot. But yeah, it's more likely to rain than to be sunny. But yeah, we've just had shit weather today and yesterday, so that's a bit shit. But hopefully next week it'll be a little better. I'm heading down to Noisy's neck of the woods next week.
Oh,
Heading
yeah?
down to the capital. Going down there, may bump into. No, I won't.
How
London's a big
unlikely
place.
would that be?
Contrary to I know Corin tends to think that England's the size of a shoebox, but it's a big place, London, with a fair few million people. So yeah, chances are I won't be seeing Noisy. Unfortunately, I'm only there for a day, so I'm kind of all locked up with things there. But
I know all
should be
about
interesting.
London. I watched the K-On! movie.
Well, you know a bit about London. Then you could probably navigate yourself around without any kind of map or anything.
It was a good movie, though. Not gonna lie, but
I enjoyed.
I love the
K-On!
K-On! movie. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
anime
great.
films, actually.
Shall we just talk about anime films? Screw it. What anime
Actually,
favorite films?
we did that on the episode I did Flag on There.
Oh, you arsehole.
So, I mean, it's going to be a mini-sode, but we'd kind of be retreading.
Let's not retread then. We don't want to deprive
Although
our
technically,
viewers.
the mini-sode would be retreading since this is going to go up first, but
That's true.
I'm just
Let's
saying.
ignore that and screw anime films.
Get
No one
rid of
likes anime
it.
films. Get out of here, anime films. We've had enough of your business. Get out. You're not welcome. Until the minisode, then please come again. Yeah, summer. It is weird. Yeah, we've had grey weather here, unfortunately. That's not good. But hey ho, hopefully it'll get better. It's forecast to get better, so we can get out barbecuing, we can go to the beer gardens. That's always a sign of summer in England, is when you just see the pubs. The inside is emptied and just everyone's sitting among the benches and the terraces and all sorts. And there.
Oh, that's a thing over there?
Yeah, is it not with you guys in Canada?
No.
No, summer. Do you have beer gardens? Like every pub worth its salt should have a beer garden.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Basically, well, it's just the name that they call. It's just a name they call the outdoor seating area of the pub.
Oh,
They just
okay.
have benches and parasols and all sorts there, chairs all lined up. Because in the summer, as people may know, plenty of people in the UK like to drink a lot. So they will pile out into the sun and they'll just sit there. Like, that's a thing you'll do. You go in beer garden today. Like, you got a day off or whatever. Should we go beer garden? And then you just head off and you go and sit in the sun and have a few beers and get really, really drunk.
Oh, public intoxication?
Public intoxication is awesome.
That's when you start throwing chairs at people.
That's when those chairs get fucking hurled at people. That's why they use wooden benches that are bolted. Like, them wooden benches ain't going nowhere unless you're a
Yeah.
big guy. I'll tell you what, if someone's big enough to pick up those huge benches, like these table and chair sets, on their own and throw them a large distance, I ain't messing with them.
I
I'm
guess
running.
so.
That's when chairs get thrown.
Yeah.
You kind of get like the chavvy knobhead who's like the sort of got the shirt off, this
Wait, what did
horrible
you say?
kind of guy. There's always like, you've got that one guy who's like a bit of a knob.
What did you
who's
call me?
like
Did you call me
a chav?
Oh, it sounded like you said chavvy knobhead.
I said chavvy knobhead.
Oh, okay. I got
For those
you.
who don't know, a knob is another word for dick.
Yes,
in the
of
English
course.
language. So we call it like, and they're just really chavvy and they've got like the baseball cap on, but they've got the shirt off and,
Oh.
they're just there talking.
And they
Oh,
have
God.
fine physical physique.
No.
Never. That's
Don't
how it
really
is,
find
right?
it.
Anytime you ever see a guy with his shirt off, it's always just some like chubby dude.
Yeah. I mean, I admire the confidence that they have for
Yeah,
that.
again,
Like,
if you
I'm
have the
like,
confidence to walk outside shirtless, then
go for it.
props
Like,
to you, maybe?
Yeah.
That sounds
Definitely.
kind of
I'm like,
weird. But
That's fine. Go for it. If you want to walk, men and women alike, if you want to go outside topless, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kind of guy who normally does it, it's always that guy walking his dog and he's like bowling along like as if he's nails. And yeah, it's that kind of guy. Basically, there's not too many of them around at the moment because they've all headed over to France for the Euros. So that's nice.
there you go.
But yeah, they're never normally fun. To be fair, normally harmless. Like if I'm quite good at just talking my way out of situations.
Yeah. Situations
But if I'm
down
drunk,
at the
until I
beer
get drunk,
gardens.
Situations down the beer gardens. Sounds like a new album.
There you go. Just the next
normally got it.
Nickelback album.
Because I'm just like, guys, whatever bullshit, someone's just bumped into you, don't worry about it. Just have a drink. Just, life's too short for all this shit. Are you going to really kick off and you don't know who's going to, you don't know what's going to happen? Just chill. I'm just like, just stop. Just stop, son. That normally works out quite well.
Well, you want,
but if not,
you can talk about this and be all cool and mature. But
yeah, man.
For me, the ultimate sign of summer,
go for it.
Popsicles.
Yeah.
That's the thing I always do, right? This year, I couldn't find any good ones, so I got literally a SpongeBob pack. It was a 10-pack. SpongeBob on the cover. I didn't care. I went up there with confidence. I threw down my SpongeBob popsicles, and I was like, yeah. It was 10-pack for like $5, which is pretty silly.
Dude, I'm all about the ice creams and ice lollies and stuff.
Oh,
and
ice lollies.
Awesome. Popsicles, amazing.
But
ice cream
they're rainbow colored. That's the gimmick. Which they aren't actually rainbow colored. They're just different colored. Each popsicle's a different color, basically. So it's not like an actual rainbow pop.
That's the that's a cop out.
I would rank
that's
them
cheap.
as a C minus.
C minus.
They're too sugary, and they're really small because they're for kids, obviously, because they're SpongeBob popsicles. But
a lot of adults like SpongeBob.
Well, yeah, SpongeBob's great, but I'm just saying, usually SpongeBob stuff is marketed for kids.
Yeah,
which only makes sense.
That's true. That's true. But
they're definitely a C minus popsicle. If you ever see that at your local grocery store and it's on sale for like $2, maybe. If not, pass it by the no-name brands. Make sure there's no purple ones in there, and you're all good. Friggin' purple ones are the worst. You eat a purple popsicle, and you can't go out because you can't get that shit out of your mouth. Like, like the purple or whatever.
Yeah, right? That's cool, though. I used to love that as a kid.
Like to walk out the purple mouth.
Yeah, with a little old purple mouth, and you're like, God damn! I used to love that shit.
You can't I've tried to frickin' brush that out of my tongue. It doesn't work.
Because then it's a conversation starter. People are like, "What the hell have you eaten? What you eating?"
Oh, that's were tongue tattoos ever a thing, or am I just remembering things weird?
I've never heard of tongue tattoos. It could have been a thing possibly in Canada.
No, probably not. Oh no, it's fruit by the foot. You can put it on your tongue and there'd be image imprints or something.
What?
Yeah, I remember that. There's a commercial. It was some kind of, fruit by the foot?
No.
Okay, so it's basically this. It's like a fruit. It's like a fruity. It's like a strip.
Oh, we have it, but it's not called fruit by the foot.
Yeah, and you unroll it.
Twisters.
You unroll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was fruit by the foot, maybe, that had a thing you could it had a picture maybe, and you put it on your tongue, and something would show up. This is I'm tapping into some very old memories right now that I barely remember. I just remember this existed right now.
Well, I've just googled fruit by the foot tattoo, and the first image that comes up is somebody with an elephant on their tongue. So
it is a real thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am remembering things correctly because I remember there was always commercials for this on Nickelodeon and stuff like that.
We have them, but they're called they were called fruits. Oh God, what were they called? Are they twisters? I think they were called fruit twisters or something.
Oh, so a kind of a knockoff brand. Do you have Fruit Loops and stuff over there?
Fruit Loops, the cereal.
Yeah.
You can get it, but it's normally really expensive, double the price of normal cereal. That and Lucky Charms is always really expensive. I think it's because it's imported from America.
Oh.
Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms are £5 here, which is $7-8.
Well, at least you guys get import cereals. We don't get anything cool like that. I freaking go to America. They have 10,000 different brands. It's wow, where's all this stuff? Why don't we get it?
I went Trafford Centre Trafford Centre, which is a big shopping centre, shopping mall in Manchester.
Okay.
And they have a department store called Selfridges. Don't know if you guys saw there's a TV show set in the 20s when that started, I think, Selfridges. But yeah, it's a big department store, and they have a shit ton of brands, and they have a lot of imports. So they have the Reese's Pieces peanut butter spread, the spread and all that kind of thing.
That's
and
a thing?
Yeah, they had Reese's Pieces before they came over en masse, and Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms and all that. But dude, shit is expensive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I mean, it already is expensive. You get like the little boxes, and it's just not worth it. You can get like the jumbo boxes of freaking, what's it called? 2 Scoops, the raisin brand. You can get that for a much better price than freaking Fruit Loops that are gonna last you like 2 mornings.
Damn, I do want to get some Fruit Loops now. I'll probably try them.
You know, I recently
I'll
got Trix cereal. They had like some kind of limited. I never had Trix when I was a kid.
Trix is for kids now.
I know, that's the thing. I was eating it and I'm like, no one's taking it away from me. I guess I'm still a kid.
There's no rabbit to come and take that from
no
you.
one was trying to hijack it, tell me I couldn't eat it.
I'd hate that. Imagine if you were eating your cereal and then this fucking rabbit just came.
Well, no, it wasn't the rabbit that
the,
took it. It was...
It's the kids that take it,
the kids take it from... No, wait, no. The rabbit takes it from the kids, and the kids take it back or something, right?
Tricks are for kids. Yeah, they say that, don't they? Fuck those kids. Let the rabbit eat... If the rabbit wants to eat cereal, let the rabbit eat fucking cereal.
It's the same with Fruit Loops, too, I think.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, there was like this amazing Tony Tiger cereal. It was like this... It was branded as like a super athletic cereal. It had like... Oh, I can't remember what it was right now, but it wasn't like Frosted Flakes. It was something else, but I can't. This is on the same like memory length as these Fruit by the Foot things that I'm just remembering right now.
Can I ask you, the one that I've not seen around here ever is Captain Crunch, and I want to know what that is so bad.
It's 10 out of 10. One of the best cereals of all time.
What is it?
Okay, so it's like these little kind of squares, right? They're not like. Okay. Do you know? Wheaties, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Like the big thick things. They're not like that. They're much smaller, and they're crunchy.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe the taste.
I know. I asked you something quite an abstract question.
I don't know,
dude.
Because that's like you asked me like, what's the taste of bread? And I'm like,
what is the taste of bread?
I don't know.
It's very
nothing.
bready.
Like, Captain Crunch is like, I don't even know what it's in the cereal. It's like probably the same as other cereals.
Sweet?
I don't know what cereal's made out of.
Normally corn or wheat or something.
And Captain Crunch
oats.
is just like, it's a really crunchy cereal with these like yellowy, sugary square pieces, and it tastes really good. There's in America they have the berry one, which we don't have that here. And then they have just berries. The one that's really good is peanut butter. Again, we don't have that here, but there's like 1,000 different variants of it.
I've just googled Captain Crunch and the variations. There's about 50.
Are you looking at the same one?
Christmas
Crunch? Me right now?
Yeah, Christmas Crunch, Deep Sea Crunch.
I want to know what Deep
Crunch.
Sea Crunch is. That's really...
It's got fish in, surely.
Yeah.
It's got some crab in there. It's got some lobster.
Soft
That's a posh
crunch.
cereal.
When's the last
Polar
time
Crunch?
you got a prize in a cereal box?
Oh.
Okay, so this freaking Kellogg's, right? This is exciting.
Yeah.
What's it? Cornflakes. If you get 2 boxes of cornflakes, you can mail in to get an engraved spoon.
Get a spoon?
Yeah.
Holy shit, we got that here.
Yeah.
I
gotta get another box. I want a spoon that says Manimal on it so bad. That'd be amazing.
Oh, shall we both get engraved spoons, but for our names?
Yeah.
Our on-screen names? That'd be sick.
I know. I mean,
I'm gonna take that shit.
I wonder. Obviously, there's a limit to what you can put on the spoon. Like, obviously, you
There's
can't
never
put
a limit to
obscene
what you
words
can
on
put
your
on the
spoon,
spoon.
but
I'm gonna try.
it's pretty amazing.
Imagine just
it's probably this
just sitting
freaking
there.
tiny plastic spoon with like marker on it. But no, I definitely got to get that one in, because there's always, the mail-in stuff is so lazy, because how many people actually mail that stuff in?
Yeah, I was just gonna say when you said about
t-shirt
last time.
offers and stuff like that.
I was gonna say the last time that you mentioned prizes and cereal, I was gonna say all the stuff now is just like collect coupons from this many
Oh
boxes.
yeah, because that's when I told you about like the Clone Trooper helmet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was like five box tops or whatever. You got like this full on Clone Trooper helmet. That was really cool.
That's cool. I suppose no one bothers. We had like the shit ones, like when I was in school. I'm sure they still do it now, but it's like, oh, cut out the voucher and take it to school, and you'll get £5 to sports equipment.
The really good ones are the movie tickets. That's always nice.
We never get anything.
No, that's on like Honey Nut Cheerios and stuff.
Do you know, genuinely, the last time I think I got a prize in a cereal box is probably going back to when episode 1 was released of Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I'm thinking 15 years ago at least.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's a shame. I used to love getting a little toy. I still eat Kinder Surprise a lot.
Oh, you know what? One thing they used to have is like DVDs. I remember I got a Lilo and Stitch one. I don't remember what was on it though.
A Lilo and
It was for Kellogg's, I think.
Wow. That's pretty cool. DVDs given away in a...
I really loved that movie when I was a kid, but I have not seen it,
Lilo
and
and
I
Stitch?
don't remember a single thing about
Lilo
it.
and Stitch was cool, I remember. I can't remember anything
I liked it
about
a lot, but I honestly don't remember a thing that happened in that movie.
I remember the song, Hawaiian Roller Coaster. I
I just found out that there's like this huge Elvis score in it, and I didn't even know that at the time.
Suspicious... Is it Suspicious Minds?
Suspicious Minds is in there, Heartbreak Hotel, Burning Love, all these songs. And like, I didn't know what that was at the time.
I kind of want to watch like Lilo and Stitch. That's a summery-ass movie. It's set in Hawaii.
I love that movie. And the TV show, I like that one a lot too. Did you ever watch the TV show?
Yeah, they had a TV show, really?
Yeah, there was a full-on TV show of it too.
Wow, I didn't.
I don't remember.
realize.
I don't think it ran that long, but it had like that rat guy in it and everything.
Oh man, I didn't even know that. I should have.
I remember the day it debuted. Actually, I was like, "This is a major event."
Do you know what? Disney did a lot of TV shows for things. I remember, and a lot of things that I forget about that were on the Disney Channel. Disney Channel was hype back in its day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Goofy Movie was on there. A Goofy Movie.
You know what? A lot of those shows really do not hold up now.
No.
Like That's So Raven and like
That's So Raven. You nasty.
I'm trying to think of what other, because I like
Saved by
a
the
few
Bell.
months ago I just have the TV on and I'd watch some of these Disney shows now, like Dog with a Blog and all that shit. And okay, Dog with a Blog is about a talking dog.
Okay.
And it's just just a family-based sitcom where the dog talks.
Right.
That's it. That's the extent of it all.
Predecessor
And it's
to
just
Family
like
Guy.
terrible CGI-looking dog.
It doesn't sound
It was
good.
a really bad show. What else was there?
Recess?
There's one about like secret agents. That was pretty dumb.
Was it?
Oh, there's a camp show. That was also pretty dumb.
I can't remember. I'm kind of getting it mixed up because I said Saved by the Bell, but I'm pretty certain that was on Nickelodeon.
That was Disney,
Was it?
I think.
I know.
Or maybe I never watched
Keenan
that.
and Cal.
That was a little.
Keenan and Cal was sick.
Keenan and Cal, yes.
Keenan and Cal was amazing.
I like that one.
Put the screw in the tuner.
Okay, again, there is like all that. Did you watch that show?
All that?
Yeah,
No.
the sketch show.
No.
That was a great one. Did you watch the Amanda Show?
The Amanda Show.
That was really funny back then.
Do you know what one that terrified the shit out of me? And it was on. Yeah, I do remember the Amanda Show. Yeah.
You remember there's like the Judge Trudy?
Yeah, Judge Trudy.
And there'd be like the kids and there's the dancing lobsters.
Dude, there was some
That was a great show,
Yeah.
actually.
Do you know the one that terrified the fuck out of me?
I still say the best Nick show is still Drake and Josh. It still holds up really well.
I kind of
It's
missed.
still a really funny show.
I missed out. I was just a bit too old to start watching Jake.
Well, yeah,
Drake
you're a
and Josh.
little older than me,
Yeah.
so you probably didn't watch stuff like that, eh?
Drake and Josh because I think I got burnt to it because I remember seeing the adverts and I was like, I don't want to watch this. And it was more like me being a teenager going, because like when I was in,
it's a funny show.
When I was
man.
in my-
it's still great.
when I was in my teens, I didn't want to watch anything like that. I was like I used to watch I was embarrassed. I was watching Dragon Ball Z at first because I was like, I shouldn't be watching cartoons because I was like, even though I was about 10, 11, 12, I was like, and then Teen Titans, I remember. Like, I'd watch it when I was alone, because I really wanted to watch some Teen Titans.
I was venomously against that show, actually. I thought it looked like shit. I hated the designs and everything.
I really wanted...
I don't feel that way now.
Yeah.
Like, it's an okay-looking show now, but back then I was like, I'd never watch a show like that.
I hated the fact that Robin was there. I was like, okay, you've got someone who's a psychic, you've got a cyborg, you've got a man who can, like, turn into beasts. There's Starfire, who's an alien that can fire lasers, and then just Robin. Because I've never been, like, I'm not a comic guy, so, like, I don't really, like, know the benefits of Robin. And he's fine in the show. There's nothing wrong with him being there, but I was just resenting the fact that he wasn't the strongest guy, and yet he was the leader, because in my head I was like, strongest guy's got to be the leader, surely.
That's not always the case, right?
Of course, and, and I was equating strength to, he's not got a superpower. But, like, I really loved that show. Like I really wanted to watch it loads, but, like, I'd have it on, and then if any of the family came in, like I don't know, my brother or mum, I would switch it on. I would really switch it on.
Did you have the recall button on your remote? You can switch to, like, some more mature channel?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I can't see people, I can't let people know that I liked this. Like, it was really weird. I don't know, I was very self-conscious.
How would you feel? What if that guy could see you watching a show like NoCom or something like that?
He would shake his head and go, man, you've done bad. I think it was that.
I know.
It was that time when I was in my early teens, and you're trying to be cool. You're trying to be that cool kind of guy. You're sort of still trying to find your own identity and stuff. And it's like, I don't watch cartoons. And then it's like, I'm really cool and hard. I just listen to rap music, and I'm bad.
For me, like that quote phase. I mean, it wasn't really a phase. That was like when I was like 13 or 14. I was just really more on the music I liked, which is still, at that time, all I listened to was 70s and 80s hard rock and metal. That was it.
And anything else was garbage.
That was it.
Yeah. Honestly, no, until I was about 18, 19, I would only listen to rap music because I'd listened to rap since about the age of 9 or 10, and I grew up on rap, and anything else that wasn't rap was shit. I was like, that's nothing.
I know. And I can equate that to me.
Yeah, I refuse to acknowledge the merits of anything else. And even though I secretly liked songs, like I secretly loved AC/DC, I loved really odd things. Like I was loving like some club music, dance music and stuff, like because it was just really catchy. And I was like,
I always liked that pop music too, but I could never admit it either.
And I really liked Elvis and Johnny Cash and stuff, but I just couldn't admit it. I was like, no, rap's the only thing. And then I realized you come to a realization eventually where you just go, I can like whatever. Like there's no.
It's just friggin' music, and if you're gonna live your life just closed off to everything like that, then.
Yeah,
why be like that? There's so much in the world to explore and all these things,
It's like that really weird realization. It's kind of like when I came into anime first, and like I was resistant to watching anything. Like I think I've told this story before, but I always remember that how I got into anime was I always wanted to, like, going back to the Teen Titan thing, was like I wanted to watch it, but I was kind of embarrassed as a teenager because I was like, I can't be seen watching cartoons. And I remember there was a channel, because we didn't have cable when I was a teenager. Like we used to when we were kids, but then we sort of had it. We didn't after a while. We had some cutbacks in the teen years, and we just had one film channel that was on like terrestrial TV. I can't even say it. Called Film 4, and they did a studio Ghibli month. I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm Studio Ghibli, and they Ghibli. Studio Ghibli. They did like a marathon thing. Like every week, they were going to show like a different one. So like My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Porco Rosso, and so on. They were basically showing them all, and I really, really wanted to watch them. And I was staying up till like 2 a.m.
Just couldn't.
Like I was staying up till 2 in the morning on like the weekend to watch one of them, but the rest of them, I think I was Spirited Away I watched. But the rest of them I was like embarrassed to turn them on. Like no one would have said anything. This is the thing. Like none of my family would have judged me.
Nobody gives a shit. That's what you gotta realize, right?
But I was like, no, I can't. So I didn't watch them, and I liked Dragon Ball Z, and I was cool with Dragon Ball Z, and when I got to about the age of 18, I was like, I'm cool with Dragon Ball Z, and I started buying the manga, and I was like unashamed of buying the manga. But then I was just in a store, Forbidden Planet is called, which is, it's like a geek store. It kind of sells comic books, models, all that kind of thing. Like, it's the sort of the biggest geek store franchise, I guess, in the UK.
Yeah.
And we were there, and I was just saying about how I liked and enjoyed Dragon Ball Z, and the guy who I was with points out Bleach. He's like, dude, if you like Dragon Ball Z, you'll love Bleach. It's awesome. And he's like, we watch it all the time. He's a massive stoner. He's like, I watch it all the time when I get high, man. I love it. Which may have increased his enjoyment of it.
Yeah.
So he was pointing it out, and I was like, it's never going to be as good as Dragon Ball Z. The guy's using a sword. This never as good. And I was like,
I know that feeling.
And just one night, I was bored. I was just rewatching some Dragon Ball Z online, and it was like a year later, I just remembered what he'd said, and I just thought, I'll check it out. Put on an episode, didn't really like it. Didn't like the first episode. I was like, no, I don't like Seiichiro guy. He's really annoying. Hate him. He's boring. He's got no special powers and no energy blasts. And then I just carried on watching, and before I knew it, it was like episode 10, and I was like, I fucking love this. But then it took a while from then. Like, I'd watched Bleach, and then I think I saw an AMV of Code Geass, and I was really intrigued by the character designs. I think I saw C2 and Lelouch with the Geass, so his eyes were...
Old-fashioned YouTube AMVs.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, this is another anime. And I was like, I kind of like these character designs. I thought, fuck it, let's try this out. Let's watch an episode of this. But I was really hesitating. I was like, well, it's not going to be as good as Bleach, surely. And then I watch it, and I was just... Because it wasn't like shonen. It wasn't like Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't like Bleach. So I was like, I'm not sure about this. I don't like this. This is going to be a bit boring. And then it just blew my mind. And then, I watched that shit, and then I saw Haruhi, and people were bigging up Haruhi, and I thought, fuck it, let's give this a watch. Watch Haruhi. Haruhi, and again, it just exposed me to a completely different genre to the last two.
Oh, I know. As soon as you, really get into, because, again, your story here, you have, the initial surface
Hesitance.
scratching.
Yeah.
And you latch on to the thing you like, and you only like that. That's how I was with mech shows, right?
Yeah.
I was like, Gurren Lagann, I'm never watching another show, okay, except for Full Metal Panic, because that has robots in it, but there'll never be anything else as good. And now, I don't even give a shit about mech shows. I mean, yeah, I like super robot action, but that's not, my favorite thing. I'm not, always jazzed for the new mech shows or whatever, you know?
Yeah. What was your... I guess I've told my initial... anime introduction, my initial birth into the anime world and becoming a fan and watching regular anime. What was your story, man? Was there anything there?
Okay, well, again, I've said this before, but I hated anime when I was a kid, and I don't know why, but I thought it was the worst thing ever. I was like, I'm never gonna like this. This is shit, Pokemon garbage. That's what I was like when I was a kid.
That's fighting words.
Although I did watch Sonic X, because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a cartoon or whatever, and I was like, oh, it's Sonic. That's so cool. But I was on a message board, and I saw on YouTube a music video of Yoko, Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, Yoko Littner.
So I was like, what is this?
Let's go check
I
this
need
shit
to
out.
see what this is. And also, there's the comic book store here, and I'd always see the covers of anime DVDs, because the owner here, he really is into that stuff, and he always had a huge rental wall full of anime, VHS tapes and stuff. So I always saw the covers, and I thought they were just weird. It's like, I've never seen stuff drawn like that before. It's just always this curious thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's a kind of curiosity where you're like, you won't check it out. You'll just be kind of curious about it when you look at it in the store, but you'll never actually go home to look at it or something like that.
Yeah, it's something that's like a passing thing.
Yeah. So then, again, I saw the AMV of Yoko, and I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So I downloaded the first episode of Gurren Lagann on YouTube, and I put it on my PSP.
That's awesome.
And then I remember the next morning I went to watch it, and I was like, what? It was just it was a mind-exploding moment when I watched Gurren Lagann for the first time. It was like, it all came together. I was like, oh. And again, right after I told this story before, but after that, someone else who worked at the comic store recommended me Full Metal Panic, which they let me rent for free. Thank you guys for that.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that's cool.
But yeah, and then I watched that show right after, and I was like, there's no better. So I didn't watch another show for 4 years until death.
Wow.
Because I was like, I'll never find something better. So I just literally watch absolutely nothing.
Fair enough. No, to be honest, that was the thing. I was like, I considered myself like I liked Dragon Ball Z because when I was a kid, I loved Pokemon, Beyblade, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't understand why. Like, I didn't put them together as and Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Like, these are anime shows. I didn't make that connection.
Did you ever get that show, the wrestler guy? Like, what was it called? It was like the wrestler dude, and like in the OP, he like farts or whatever. Maybe that came later.
Mucha Lucha?
Maybe that came later. I don't know.
Anime wrestler. I'm kind of.
It was like something muscle.
Oh, Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah.
No, we never had Ultimate Muscle here. No.
Oh, that's another one of those things. I just thought it was a normal cartoon, but little did I know.
Do you know what? I've never watched like Ultimate Muscle is something that I've never watched and I've never really seen much about, but it is one of them classics that I need to do. Maybe that'll be the thing that I do if we go on a retro tear. Hopefully it was released in 1996.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was after that.
It was released.
It's probably 2000 something or the end of the 90s.
Was it 137 episodes long?
Really?
Well, there was multiples. There was one that was released, and it was 137 episodes, and it was released in 1983. 1983, and then there was a second follow-up called Scramble for the Throne, and that was released in 91.
It's that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap. I need to, like I say, I kind of need to get on that, because I've never watched Ultimate Muscle, and I love wrestling, so if it's to do with wrestling, I'm all about that shit.
Well, there you go. That's perfect, right?
We did have, I remember watching actually late at night. I cannot remember. It was when I was really young and we were just cruising through. Like, me and my brothers shared a room, like me and my two older brothers. When we were young, shared like a room. And I remember we had a cable box in our room. And sometimes like we'd watch the wrestling till late and then we'd just flick channels. And I remember we saw Fist of the North Star. Oh. Like, I saw one episode of it and it was too brutal and bloody for me, so I was like, yeah. Oh, I don't like this, because like I think he punched somebody, like somebody's head exploded, and it was really, I think it's Fist of the North Star that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is, but yeah, it was pretty gruesome. Something that I wasn't expecting anyway, so I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I need to. That's another one that I need to go to. But yeah, what a weird one. But I always, like I say, I liked anime, but I didn't put them. Like, I liked those, and I knew that they were similar, but I couldn't sort of connect the dots and say, oh well, they're obviously, you know, a different kind of storytelling. Like, they are Japanese anime as opposed to Western cartoons, where Western kids cartoons all have sort of set like Billy and Mandy and, you know, Recess and like, I'm trying to think of like Dexter's Lab. Those, they kind of had the same feel to them, because they're all American. They're catering to the same audience. So yeah, I didn't get it until years and years and years later. So like, I identified as a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and
that was your identity. Yeah. People ask who you are, that's what you'd say.
Just went for my first job, and I was like, stand up, and he goes, tell us a little bit about yourself. Hi, I'm Simon. I'm 17, and I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. Oh, really? What is that? I've never heard of it. You've never heard of Dragon Ball Z? Well, I'm not talking to
my
you,
god!
mate.
And if you just got into it, you'd probably get into this whole thing where you're describing in great detail, right?
Oh god,
you know what that's like, eh?
I've pretty been, to be fair, like, I enjoy things, and I do love me some anime, I love me some wrestling, I love me some football, I love a lot of things. That's one thing that I'm good at recognizing, is when someone doesn't care and they're just asking you something out of politeness.
Yeah.
Like, I don't wear loads of, like, I don't have anime merch per se. Like, I don't wear, like, clothes with fucking, you know, like, I haven't got a massive shirt that's got, you know, half naked.
That's got the Love Live characters on it.
No, like, I've got a couple of anime shirts. Like, I've got a Code Geass one, which is like the Zero's helmet, and then it just has
subtle
like types. Yeah, like, it has typography on, and like, people will recognize it. Or I did have an Attack on Titan wallet that just had the crest on, the scouting crest on it.
Yeah, typical,
people
like,
would
low-key stuff.
And if people would ask about it, I've also, probably the most obvious anime thing I have is my keys, like my set of keys. I have a couple of Bleach chibi, like rubber sort of die cut things there. So people will go, "Oh, what's that?" And then
I got a little
explain.
Shauna hanging off of mine. Yeah.
Pretty cool, aren't they? I like them. But people will go, "What's that?" And then you just say, "Oh, it's a character from Bleach." And, "Oh, what's Bleach?" "Oh, it's an anime show." And then it's just like the conversation ends there.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go, "Well, let me tell you all about it then, son." You know, it just...
No, okay. So yeah, like you said, it's like you start off with those initial things, right?
Yeah.
And then, because like, okay, so like I said, like 4 years later, I watched Death Note, right? And that was like, okay, that's cool. And then Black Lagoon.
Ah, yeah, Black Lagoon is awesome. That's a very good intro one because it's seinen.
Those
and
are
very
two good ones to
Western.
watch. Death
Yeah.
Note and Black Lagoon. Those are ones I'd recommend to people. Obviously, if you're listening to this and you've got this far into the show, you're probably a little bit more into things than that. But
Yeah.
I'm talking like entry level stuff here. But then after that, I watched Dragon Ball Z, and I somehow got through all that and loved it. Then I watched Shakugan no Shana, and that's when everything formed, right? Because that's like the moment where like you go beyond and you can never come back, and it only gets worse.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. I made in a really poor roundabout way. I was saying that I first identified as a Dragon Ball Z fan, and then just if anyone was to ask, "Are you into anime?" I'd just be like, "I just like Dragon Ball Z." Then I liked Bleach, and I was just like, "I just like Bleach and Dragon Ball Z." And then I watched Code Geass, and then because that's when I started watching Haruhi was the sign.
See,
that,
it takes a show like that, a show like Haruhi or something.
Because it completely just flipped the script on what I was watching. Because Bleach shonen, very actiony shonen. Code Geass I switched into. Like I turned to Code Geass and I was very resistant to watch it at first, but it was still pretty dark and gritty, and there was these complex plots, and I was like, okay, this is really intelligent, cool. Yeah. And then Haruhi is just so different to those two.
It's because it's one of those I don't know how to describe it. It's a certain type of show that, like, once you start watching stuff like that, you're in it to win it, That's the thing. It was like, I realized that it wasn't just I was going to cherry pick a couple of shows and then go, okay, I like these, that's it. When I watched Haruhi, I was like, holy shit, I can enjoy this entire medium possibly. I'm more than happy to try anything now. So, which I did. I would just pick shows. When I had more time, I used to love just picking shows at random, totally random. I just pick them based on the art or the synopsis, and I'd just be like, right, let's jump into this. Yeah. Did that with Hiden no Aria. Waste of time, but I still completed it. I did it with, but then there was some that, I enjoyed, like Backer and Test. I completely by accident, I think I saw just the little chibi, the avatars fighting, and I was really, I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. And then, it was really good. Yeah. Because, like you're saying, again, as soon as I watched Shakugan no Shana, that's really when my taste formed. Because it's like, I like stuff like this. That's not just, cool action fighting and stuff. Well, I mean, that is a fighting show, but I'm talking about the romance elements.
Not like mecha. Yeah, it wasn't just
that's
mecha.
The stuff that
it had a lot more layers to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that, I watched Guyver, which is a thing I always wanted to watch. And then Haruhi. And then after that, I watched, Lucky Star. And that's when things got crazy and out of hand. Because then that summer I watched Clannad, Squid Girl, and
how'd you do?
And it all went downhill from there. And then now I'm watching frickin' Panda Peace and
watching some Panda Peace action.
Frickin' stuff about fart clouds, which I haven't yet, obviously, because it's not out, but.
But you will. It's a given that we are going to watch that show.
But it's interesting how you only start with good stuff like that, right? But then you just get so into it that you're just watching whatever. You're watching all these just weird airing shows that are I guess it's okay. Yeah. That's how I am, right? I'm not, I'll just watch whatever looks kind of interesting. And go with,
it's true.
Before, obviously, you just want to watch the stuff that's super cool, super good. And I guess some people are still like that. But I just like to watch stuff that's entertaining, and it's really as simple as that for me.
Yeah, some people will just throw on different things. It's like you can chuck Netflix on, and then you just chill and watch Netflix.
Oh, on Netflix, I just watched, do you know Silver Spoon? The farming show?
Yes.
I watched the
Yes.
first season of it. It's really good. It's a really good show because
Really?
it's about the character Hachikin. He's thrown into the farm environment for high school. So it's a city guy and it's a fish out of water kind of story. And he has to adapt to all the stuff that's around him. So he sees like chickens getting beheaded and laying eggs and he's like, what? So I instantly found myself in this character and I instantly could understand everything that was going on. And there were a lot of like almost like vegetarian morals and stuff like that in the show, but they were very subtle. It's not in your face like don't eat
they're
meat.
not forcing it upon you.
Instead, it just like it's like this is what happens, and it lets you see how you feel about it. Because he gets attached to a pig, one of the piglets, right? And you know what's gonna happen to the piglet.
No, don't say that.
I know, it's so sad, but it's just stuff like that. I was seeing how this character, and they show some graphic. They show a cow getting pulled out of like its mother's anus.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
you see the feet sticking out, and they get the rope around. Oh, and they show like a deer getting skinned. It's like, how are they showing? This is disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't want to
okay,
see that. But
Speaking
it's
of
a good
Netflix-
show. It's a good show though. I'd recommend anyone to check it out if you want to watch something fun, something in a different setting. Because I don't know how many farm shows there are out there, but it's really interesting.
Can't imagine too many. Like I was just gonna say, speaking of Netflix, like Netflix UK has really come along in a short space of time. There's a lot of variety of shows like Ghost in the Shell's on there.
One thing I forgot to say: Silver Spoon is by the same manga artist, whatever, as a Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh
Yeah.
really? Oh,
So,
okay.
carry on.
That's a bit of fair enough. Yeah, but I was just saying, sorry, like, so just the variety of things that it can pretty much appeal to anyone, and things do tend to be placed front and center for Netflix. What I really like is that there's a lot of anime that shows up as in the featured. So like Samurai Flamenco, Code Geass, Gunslinger Girl, has a bit of Persona 3 on there, Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Hunter x Hunter,
Sword
Rurouni
Art.
Kenshin, Psycho-Pass, Black Butler, Tokyo Ghoul, Black Lagoon's on there, Little Witch Academia, Terror in Resonance, The Irregular at Magic High School, Knights of Sidonia, all these kind of different
Nana
mixed-
is on there. That's a good one.
yeah, just really different mixed kind of shows. Space Dandy's on there as well. So there's so much that will just like stand out, and like they've got such
There's
a good
variety
variety. I
of
think
stuff,
it's really
definitely.
awesome. Definitely.
I just don't like the subtitles on there because they're like closed caption. They're not like hard subs or anything that you're used to. It's kind of like closed
they do
caption
stick out like a
kind of
sore
thing.
thumb.
So it's a little bit weird at first to get used to that.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to them because whenever I watch shows on Netflix, I always just have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
So I am used to the subtitles on Netflix. But yeah, man. Well, we've gone a fair distance now. I guess it's time. I was going to say, have you got any more to say? But we never really had anything to begin with.
We
What
were
the
talking
fuck have
about
we talked
stuff.
about?
We had things going on.
I don't know what we've just talked about, but I think it was
We're
fun.
talking about how you can go from your exciting action shows like Death Note and Black Lagoon to frickin' school idols.
Sweet. It is good. It's definitely a good.
Isn't that
good
interesting,
genre.
right? To think of like your cool, edgy 13, 14-year-old self. And
Yeah.
right now I'm flipping through the Love Live issue of Dengeki G's magazine. And again, it's just like, what would that version of me think of me right now? You know?
I was cool. 13, 14-year-old me was going out, getting someone to buy drink underage for us.
At
and,
that
like,
age, too, eh?
running around. I wasn't getting served. Not at 13, 14. No. We had... This is going to sound really weird now, but thinking about it, it is. There was a guy who was like this proper just... He was a cokehead. Like, he was just cokehead, pillhead. And he was 18, and he hung around with us, and we were all 13, 14. And he used to get, like... He was like the whipping boy for us. We were like, Mo, go get some beer. Like, Mo, probably shouldn't say. Oh, fuck it. He's not going to be
that's
listening
all
to this, is he? Like, you know, his name's Mo. Who's going to find someone called Mo? Yeah. So like, he used to go and get beer for us. I wonder whatever happened. What the fuck happened to Mo?
Yeah, I think that's
guy?
about the age that people start doing that stuff.
Yeah, that was me. And then if I thought, like 13, 14-year-old me was thinking that, and then now fast forward to now, I'm sitting at Sunday 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday night, talking about anime, doing a podcast.
Isn't it strange like that, right? Because eventually you just stop giving a shit, and you're like, you know what? I like this. It's weird, and I don't care. You know.
But you start thinking about perceptions, and you're like, everyone's free to enjoy what they want.
Exactly.
Really
Why
nice.
should you care about having some kind of image of yourself or just being cool or whatever? Because it doesn't matter, you know.
It doesn't matter, and there's nothing like there isn't a hard, fast, and set image of cool, as it were. Like even now, like think of what wasn't cool, like Marvel. Like 10 years ago, if you were really into like Marvel, it wouldn't be that cool. Whereas now it's like it's the rage, all the rage
because
nowadays
of the movies and everything like that.
It's basically whatever enters mainstream. I mean, shit. 10 years down the line, I mean, if Ghost in the Shell does well, if you know
the live
Death
action.
Note,
Yeah.
like if the Death Note, if the Death
If
Note
these
live
things
action
actually
does
happen, first of all.
well, yeah. If they do well and they do really well and they're good and they're well received movies, people are going to seek out the source material. It already happened with Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, I mean, Ghost in the Shell was already super popular in like the 90s, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think it's going to draw people back.
I see.
But younger kids are going to watch the American adaptation and not even realize that it is a manga, or it's not even based off the film or standalone complex or anything like that. They're not going to realize that. So they'll seek out the source material. Like Edge of Tomorrow, a lot of people didn't realize. I mean, obviously, manga and anime fans, people in ourselves, knew it was based on the book. All You Need Is Kill, but a lot of people didn't, and because before that film came out, you couldn't get that book anywhere in England. Like I just could not find it at all. When that film came out, it was in every major bookstore. You could just find it there. There was lots of copies. It was featured prominently, based at originally it was all tied into the movie, and it was really, really good. Like so who knows?
And again,
who knows?
the manga
Maybe
section is ever expanding over here. Like. I think it went from like 2 shelves to like a full 4 or 3 shelves. Like it's a whole different unit.
Well, since I started buying manga, I went from only being able to get it in the comic book shop, like Forbidden Planet, and they'd have like a small, like one side of the wall was just all manga, to I can go to several bookstores, and again they're getting bigger and bigger. They're getting their own displays and tables and everything. Like One Punch Man, like last year when I went to Trafford Centre, One Punch Man was really front and centre, and it was just like really set up, massive table, loads of copies, and it was getting bought. So I mean, who knows? In 10 years' time, maybe it's thinking, maybe we'll lead the charge.
It'd just be nice to. If we could eventually get more up-to-date titles. Because a lot of the manga we get is usually like, there's a show of it.
6 months old.
Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously exceptions, but it's just... Because obviously they don't want to release something that's not going to be popular, no one's going to buy. You know? But like, I think Seven Seas is really good. They release a lot of good stuff. And Yen Press, too. I like what they do. Yen Press and Seven Seas are pretty much like the extent of my collection. That's the majority of what I have is from them.
Tokyo Pop used to do a thing where
they don't exist anymore.
Released, yeah. Rest in peace, Tokyo Pop. Which is a shame, because Tokyo Pop used to do a thing where they would release sort of like, I guess it was an anthology, and it would have like a chapter from about 10 to 20 different mangas.
Yeah.
Like just random titles all thrown in there, and I remember picking up them. They were dirt cheap as well. These they were almost like samplers, like sampler books. They were like dirt cheap. They were like the cheapest manga that were in like 2-3 quid from the comic book store, and I picked them up, and I discovered a lot of series through them. So they were really cool. For like, there was one where like someone was an embalmer, and I need to find that out somewhere, because there's so many cool ones. I'd love to go back to it all these years later
cool.
and connect the dots and go, oh shit, yeah, I've seen that, or I've read that now, because I can't remember what was in there, but I just remember there's a lot of them there. But it was a really cool thing. I'll definitely go find that out.
Oh yeah, that's like the the Shonen Jump that was over here is a little bit different, because that's kind of boring. I got a bunch of those for like probably 50 cents each at a used bookstore here.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
cool.
I mean, they're interesting to have, but you just kind of look at them. It's like, okay, it's like Bleach, Naruto.
It's all shown.
Okay. There's nothing too interesting there.
Yeah. Fair
Let
enough.
me see. Actually, I grabbed one at random. This is, okay, that's actually, hold on, let me get another one. An older one. This
It's
is,
the live
this
action.
is, okay,
animal
this is
grabbing a
from
book.
10 years ago. Well, it's going to be 10 years ago.
Okay.
August 2006. So what do we got in this one? Okay, it's freaking zombie powder. I don't know what that is.
Zombie powder's in there. Dude!
What is that?
Do you not know what zombie powder is?
No. Is
Look
this
at
the
the
Bleach
author.
guy?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, I can
Taikubo.
tell by the artwork.
I was going to say, does it not... I suppose if it's serialized chapters, it might not say the thingy. I didn't even know it's still going in 2006.
Yeah, I guess so. It's in here. It's like chapter... It doesn't say the chapter, actually.
Never
But okay,
mind.
yeah, there's that one. The Naruto, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho. Hikaru no Go, Yu-Gi-Oh, Millennium World, Shaman King, and that sword one with the guy at the scar on his face. No, the orange hair guy, Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin?
Baloney Kenshin. And
Baloney
on the
Kenshin?
first page, there's an ad of this kid with this terrible bowl cut hair, and it's like for Willy Wonka nerds, and he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he's like, "Wow." It's pretty lame. I mean,
Sounds
yeah,
cool.
again, it's kind of interesting
Right
to
then.
have these, but oh yeah, and there's a picture of like some old people. I have no idea what this is advertising. It's always
Life
interesting to
insurance.
look at these old ads, eh?
Yeah, I still keep my old wrestling magazines from like 06 and stuff. I had a look when I moved house.
Well, the stuff that's good for me is like the Mad magazines. I always looked at, because when I started reading Mad, I think that's around the time they started putting advertisements, because Mad magazine never used to have advertisements, but they also never used to be in color. So I think as soon as they went in color, they started having ads in the magazine and everything.
You got to pay for that extra ink somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what they did.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. This is like just when the Wii was coming out. It's like the game console we hope to love. There's always
Okay.
a next generation of gaming consoles coming. It's like, well, what's this thing? By the way, the Wii is pronounced Wii, as in we I'm having fun, not why, as in why did they give it that weird name? Like, how would they feel about this now, eh?
That's amazing.
Coming
The
up in
Wii U.
2006, Cooking Mama, Super Mario Galaxy, Guitar Hero 2.
Oh yeah, Guitar Hero was on the Wii. Oh man,
Well, yeah, this is just the general video game section right here.
good old Guitar Hero. I love that shit.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that was a fun one.
We better wrap up. We're getting to you about that point of the night. So
Oh wait, I want to do the survey. I can enter to win a $25 movie gift card. Issue 44 survey. Do you think it's out of date?
possibly.
It's still here. Okay, let's see. Where did you obtain your copy of Shonen Jump? There's pretty standard options. This is the first time you've read. Rank titles in order of preference. Did you enjoy the sneak peek of Zombie Powder?
Oh god,
Yeah, this is pretty uninteresting.
you might win one. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, it's been a fun one. It's been
Yeah.
all over the place, but I've enjoyed it all
That's
the
all
same.
right.
Is there any other parting shots or anything from yourself, Manimal?
I don't know. I mean, okay, obviously this would be more exciting if it was a video cast. As I'm looking through this magazine
I'm
right
just
now.
flicking through a magazine. I'm just going to leave you reading your magazines. Okay then, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Give us a follow on Twitter if you're not already. And also check out the Facebook page if you need to. Next week coming up, we'll probably have a little bit of a recap of the summer season coming up. And probably a full-blown recap of spring season. Also,
I mean, we
we've got
kind of dove into that already.
well,
here,
yeah,
but-
that's true. We'll catch up a little more on it. And also, of course, in case anyone isn't aware, It is the 9th anniversary of Manga Raiders coming up, so we're going to have plenty to celebrate there as well. So thanks for listening, guys. Much appreciated. Take care. Until next time. Bye. Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.
Wait, I gotta get the keyboard out. I gotta play a parting jam on the keyboard.
Go for it.
That's the obnoxious startup sound that I can't mute. Every freaking time I turn this thing on, right?